King Prataparudra. He was the king of all of Orissa. Majestic Gajapati. Beautiful palace, armies, great wealth. But he understood from his guru, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, that Lord Chaitanya was the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Mahajano yena katasa banda. When he saw how Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was transformed from being a liberated soul in mukti to be an ecstatic follower of prema bhakti, he wanted that. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was asked by King Prataparudra, who is this sannyasi that has just come to Puri? I heard about him. Sarvabhauma said, he's the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He immediately accepted it. And he wanted his darshan. But Lord Chaitanya, when he returned from South India, was not willing to give in his heart. He wanted King Prataparudra's heart to churn, to understand the value of serving the Lord. And he wanted a lesson to be given to the whole world, to you and me, for all time. Maharaj Prataparudra had achieved everything material a person could want. He was the undisputed king. There was no elections every 4 years. He didn't have to make allies with opposing parties to stay in power. Everybody loved him because he was such a fair and loving father to the whole kingdom. He had everything, but he understood that without love for God, without love for Krishna, and he knew that love for Krishna means service to Krishna, that everything he had was like so many zeros. It's Prabhupada's example. Material acquisition, whether it be wealth or fame or followers or knowledge or mystic powers, whatever it means, from a spiritual perspective, it's all zeros. Some people have 1 0, some people 2. Some people have 10 million zeros. Some people, they worked so hard, birth after birth after birth, and they acquire 100 million zeros. And you know what it takes to defend 100 million zeros? You have to get your whole life to get it, your whole life to protect it. But when you add them all up, it's 0. But when you understand that it's all meant for Krishna's service, bhakti, that's putting a 1 in front of those zeros. It doesn't mean you have to give up the zeros. You just put a 1 in front. And then it's actually 10, and 100, and 1,000, and 10,000, 100,000, million, 100 million, billion, trillion, quadrillion. King Prataparudra understood, without devotion to Krishna, my whole kingdom is useless. He was willing to give it all up and become a beggar if that's what it was required to serve Lord Chaitanya. And ultimately, at the time of the Ratha Yatra, King Prataparudra, from his heart, he accepted the role of a sweeper of a street. He swept the road. And Lord Chaitanya was watching from a distance. He was not just seeing the sweeping. He was seeing the heart, the intent. King Prataparudra was feeling, I'm just the most humble servant of the Lord. And that moment, Lord Chaitanya decided, I will bestow upon him my full mercy.
You were listening to Radhanath Swami on devotionalnectar.com.